Hello guys, today's video is going to be all about healthy eating. It's kind of a what I eat in a day, but I decided to actually make this video after I already made breakfast. So it's going to be more healthy meal ideas, recipes, all the ingredients I use, the kind of go-to things that you can buy and just add into sweet food, savory, any type of cooking, make it healthier, elevate it, and just some staple ingredients. So I am vegan, but obviously everyone is able to eat vegan food. And most of us obviously will be eating a lot of vegan food, fruits, veg, grains, oats, anything like that. So I'm going to go over and show you guys a little bit of photos and video footage of things that I'm not obviously showing all the meals today, but you'll see the finished results and I'll kind of go over them, give you guys some great ideas and make lunch with you guys today as well. So if I just move back here, you probably won't be able to see everything here, but I'll go over what I would use for breakfast. So one of the first things I always put into my coffee and just my coffee, but then if I'm baking as well. I'm almost out of this one. I got it at Lidl, but any non-whey, because whey protein isn't vegan friendly, it's got gross animal extract, but this is plant protein, it's vanilla flavored and it smells amazing, it's so sweet. So I put it into a cake that I made recently. And yeah, so I won't go over all the details, but basically vanilla protein powder. This was £10 at Lidl, which is really cheap. Normally 10 to 20 pounds is like the average amount you're going to pay, I think, for protein powder. It's not super cheap, but 1 scoop per day is more than enough. And then another really great addition, so first let me finish going over actually my coffee, and I'll pop on some footage, as I said, of the things I don't have at hand. I will show you guys what they would look like in the end. Another thing I would add in, and then pop it into this NutriBullet blender over here, is a Sweet Freedom. It doesn't really matter the brand, but actually I forgot, I really like the brand Sweet Freedom. Barista Caramel Coffee Syrup. And then also here is what the protein powder looks like. I just wanted to show you guys the brand, but this is a whole jar. So I made these little labels which I put in my video. I think it was like a upgrade and reorganize with me for 2025 kind of video. It's on my channel, and then I labeled everything. So this is pea powder, protein powder, so I kind of put everything into here. And then of course coffee. The one I use is the Nescafe Azera Americano. It's instant coffee. I don't have like a fancy machine, and this is good enough. I'm not crazy about coffee as long as it tastes nice and gives me energy. That's all I care about. So yeah, Americano. It is actually quite strong. Yeah, it's just instant coffee, ground beans or whatever. And then Lidl have a really good dupe as well. If you're in the UK, they do a really cheap dupe of this. And you can tell it's called something like Alcaz Cafe or something like that. But yeah, I really like this one. And this one, okay, this isn't the same one, it's Americano, but there is another one that has actually notes of cherry and chocolate. And when I've hosted people and they've tried it for breakfast, they really, really like it. So yeah, I think that's really good. And then another healthy addition, this is a really good idea. I make my own oat milk. So I have this cute little glass jar, and that's all homemade, looks exactly the same. Smells really good. It's just oats and water. So you can add a little bit of vanilla extract, and then yeah, I just literally blend. Again, NutriBullet is good for everything. I blend oats with the water, and then what you need is one of those cheese straining cloths. So then you strain all the liquid out, and it's the blended oats and water that creates oat milk. It really is that simple. So that is, yeah, that's it for the coffee. And then for the rest of my breakfast, I will take soft tofu, so you want to get something like silken tofu, and then I mix it in with nutritional yeast. This is a Bosch one, and it says, yeah, it kind of gives like a cheesy flavor, so you can use it as a cheese alternative, but it contains B12, zinc, and folic acid. So if you have any hormonal disruption as a woman, this is going to be really balancing the folic acid. I'm not a doctor or professional, but from what I've read, folic acid is a really good addition. Obviously it's like a prenatal for pregnancy as well, but this is like good in general. So it's a really healthy cheese alternative. And then I make tofu scramble, so it's kind of like eggs on toast, with obviously bread, butter, and then I also add in the oat milk. So then, because that would be how you make scrambled eggs. I completely forgot because I've been vegan so long. But yeah, I make that, scramble it all together, just use one of these little ladles, that's what I was using this morning, and just, you know, smush it down, move it all around, and then I also will grill a tomato. So I've got a bit of veg there to start the day, but a really high protein breakfast, or anything with oats, a lot of fiber. You can also add in something that I love to do, chia seeds. That's a really good addition into any snack, or yogurt as well. That will be my breakfast, start the day, and it fills me up for so many hours. Like, I haven't even had lunch now, it's about 2 p.m. I'm gonna make lunch and show you guys as I'm making it. The breakfast is really high in protein, so it fills me up for a really long time, and that's the best way to start your day. Helps with blood sugar levels, reducing cravings, and what else? Yeah, these are all the products that I had to show you guys over here. So I will now go into, obviously, cooking with you guys, giving you an overview of what I'm making for lunch. But first, I'll talk about a couple of things. I have some video clips of things I've made over the past year or so, and all really nice, healthy, homemade vegan stuff. So things that you can have for breakfast or dinner, really impressive for guests if you're cooking for anyone else as well, maybe if you live with your partner. So a smoothie bowl is really good. Something I have at the back here, a little far away, but right here, this is a big juicer. So I have actually filmed as well in previous vlogs here on my channel how I make like healthy juices, carrot juice. I need to make that soon. I have a bag of carrots in the fridge. But yeah, one thing I've made is a smoothie bowl with berries. Anything with berries is really good. Strawberries, blueberries, raspberries, all blended together with a bit of yogurt or milk. Yogurt would be better for a thicker consistency. It would be a lot creamier. But yeah, anything like that. You can even just put a little bit of water or ice in it. And then into a bowl, chia seeds as I showed you guys. And then if I go quickly into my cupboard here, I have, which I already showed in my previous video, labeled everything, but I've got my fruit mix. So for baking, I've got my, so I've got the old label still as well, but nuts, so I know what everything is. And then something else that I love to add in for a snack, if I'm making yogurt, I'll put a bit of natural fruit syrup and then some milled linseed. It tastes good, it doesn't have a very distinct flavour, so it kind of goes well with anything you're baking or any sweet treats. And yeah, as I said, the smoothie bowl, which you'll have seen on screen, some chia seeds, milled linseed, you can even add in oats and then make it as like a nice breakfast. That's really filling. And also a poke bowl. I love those for dinner. I will say they are very high effort and high stress because getting them to look really pretty and aesthetic, it's harder than it looks. So yeah, kudos to all the restaurants that serve that. So yeah, a rice base or any kind of like grain product or legumes as well. I think that's the category it would fall under as a base. It could even just be like beans or edamame, for example. Then your veggies. I love to grill pineapple, something kind of sweet, a mix of like fruit and veg and vegetables, you know, legumes and everything mixed together. So maybe some like pickled red cabbage and grilled pineapple. What else could you put? You could put oranges as well, grilled orange pieces. That would be nice with some grilled, roasted or fried tofu or tempeh. Seitan would be amazing. You know, veggies as I showed you guys in that actual dish. I love to grill corn. So if you just get corn on the cob, get some olive oil, start frying it. This is like the olive oil I'll show you guys I'm about to cook with. And then just fry it and keep twisting it around. And then you just scrape it off after, and you've got some really like nice roasted, kind of like grilled corn. So yeah, it's really good. All of that mixed in together with a nice soy sauce, maybe ginger as well, lime, some maple syrup, chili, all together. It's delicious. Pretty simple to make, it's just the time consuming to make it look really pretty. So those are some extra dishes I've made and some of my favorite kind of things to make and get a little creative. And now let's quickly move on to showing you guys my lunch. I've got a pot of boiling water, just boil the water with some cooking salt. I always use sea salt, that's the best and healthiest, or pink Himalayan salt. I have some here, this one's I think, yeah, Aldi. Most places will sell it. So I'm going to make a pasta dish, which isn't super healthy, but I did give you guys a really, really healthy overview. I don't eat like crazy normally. I try and have like at least 2 really healthy homemade meals. But yeah, spaghetti's like a good balanced dish. It's good for, so this is going to be something really good you can serve guests. Really simple and easy because in the middle of the day, I don't have time to stand around for an hour cutting and chopping and sauteing things. So I prefer something a little quicker. So I'm going to make, this one's from Sainsbury's, but just, yeah, plain spaghetti. The olive oil I showed you guys. Then the healthy part is there's not really going to be much fiber or protein, which are two of, in my opinion, the most important groups, especially for women to be consuming a good amount every day, and iron, I guess. But yeah, you can add spinach, that's a really good alternative, but I'm going to use parsley as a garnishing herb once I'm done. Cherry tomatoes, absolutely love piccolino tomatoes, but these ones are actually called Valentina, but they're really small, sweet on the vine tomatoes. These are perfect for pasta dishes. I don't have a measuring thing, but I think for one person, that's like a decent amount. That will fill me up because I haven't eaten in hours and I am hungry, but I don't think that's too much. So just put that into the boiling water. I am going to pop about 6 of these tomatoes in. I think that's a really nice, healthy serving for one person. So yeah, also cooked tomatoes are apparently better for you than just like raw, uncooked cold tomatoes. Raw tomatoes, because apparently they release, I don't know what it's called. Please correct me in the comments. It's called something like lipicide or something, and it's anti-aging. It's just a lot healthier. It's one of the few veggies that are actually really good to cook, and like, yeah, not to eat raw. So then I am going to cut up the garnishing of parsley, and yeah, salt and pepper, which I think I showed you guys. Just going to garnish that on after. One thing here as well, this is a really, really useful tool that I love. A garlic presser. So I've just got a small, like I said, it's for one serving. There's not much of a sauce, so I don't want to go crazy with garlic, but it's a really easy garlic presser. I'm going to heat, oh, this is almost done. I'm going to heat, turn it down, and then I need to actually set, this is a lot of cooking. I need to set a timer for 7 minutes. That's the average for spaghetti. So now that it's boiled and ready, just keeping on a low heat for about 7 minutes. And yeah, garlic presser. I'm just going to heat some oil in a pan, put this in, add in the tomatoes, obviously to cook in here, and then make a bit of like an aglio olio sauce. So basically garlic, olive oil, salt, pepper. Keep it pretty simple, but all the flavors together are going to be really good. So the pasta and tomatoes are done. I've kept a tiny bit of the water because something that's really good if you're making like a stew or a one-pot recipe, the water from vegetables is really healthy, and you're going to get rid of some of the nutrients when you throw it out, or you know, when you rinse it out. So I've kept a tiny bit, and then I've grilled some of the garlic very lightly in the olive oil. I think you guys can see. Now I'm just going to pour it into the pan. And one thing I forgot as well that I'm adding in is the Parveggio grated Parmesan. This is vegan, it's from M&S, it's the best one I've ever tried. So first let's just add some of the extra seasoning. This is the pink Himalayan salt I told you guys about. It's quite intense, so I don't want to over salt it. Some of the pepper. I kind of also want to do a little bit of chili flakes, so let's add that in. And then finally a little bit of the cheese. And then I'm just going to mix it up before I put it into the bowl, and you guys can see the finished effect. So like I said, normally I try and eat really healthy home cooked stuff, you know, more like, you know, couscous, veggies, protein. This one is a little more like carby, but it's still healthy, it's still homemade. There's no like bought sauces or anything. I do try and make my own sauces as well. And there we go. Can you guys see there? All done. It's still very hot. I'm going to give it a minute or two, then go and eat. It's kind of like a nice Italian style pasta. Obviously the way I made it was probably not like the most professional, but it tastes really good. It's one of my easiest, most delicious go-to lunches. This is going to fill me up, and then I'm probably going to make another kind of protein stir fry for dinner or something. Leave a comment, let me know if you guys enjoy these videos, if you want more official what I eat in a day videos, cooking and recipes and talking about health and wellness and things like that, because I'm very, very inspired recently. That's very much what I've been into. So I think I'm going to leave it here. I hope you guys enjoyed and found that useful. If you did, then of course, thumbs up, subscribe, turn on the notification bell, and stay tuned for the next video. Bye!